Welcome to today's deep dive. We're looking at a pretty massive stack of campaign documentation today.
Yeah, there's a lot here. Compliance manuals, field guides, strategies.
Right, and I mean, looking at the sheer volume of this FaithFlow system, my first thought was just, not everyone is ready to dive into a full campaign guide right away.
Oh, absolutely not. It can be incredibly intimidating, and that's exactly why the FaithFlow Campaign Minis exist.
So these minis, they're basically focused, bite-sized tools, right?
Yeah, they address very specific pressure points. It lets you test the FaithFlow approach without having to actually commit to a full-length guide.
Which makes sense. So what exactly is a mini, mechanically speaking?
It's a short, targeted guide. Each one focuses on just one campaign pressure area.
And looking at the sources, they all seem to include a framework, some scripture anchors, and then one or two practical tools.
Exactly. And the key is that they are meant to be used immediately. You don't just download them to store on a digital shelf.
Right, you use them because you have a hurdle right now, like
Wow.
debate preparation.
Or fundraising. Coalition building is another big one.
I also saw themes like digital tone and tech boundaries, which is huge.
Yeah, family balance, burnout prevention, volunteer messaging, and spiritual steadiness.
So who is the ideal person for these? I mean, is it just the rookie candidate who's feeling overwhelmed?
It's definitely for someone who feels overwhelmed by the idea of a full system,
Mm-hmm.
but it's really for anyone who just wants to solve one problem at a time.
So maybe someone new to faith-based campaign leadership.
Right, or even a spouse or a volunteer who wants to see how this system blends structure and scripture.
Makes sense. It's very practical.
Very. The idea is if you're not sure yet about the full guide, just start with the area that feels most urgent this week.
Let's look at a simple scenario to ground this. Let's say you're a candidate and you were feeling completely overwhelmed before an upcoming debate.
Classic situation. And in that moment, you are definitely not ready to sit down and study a full campaign manual.
No, you don't have the time or the mental bandwidth.
Exactly. So instead, you download Debate Lite, which is the mini for that specific issue.
And you just apply that three-point framework it gives you.
Right. You apply the framework, you lean on the scripture anchors, and you gain immediate clarity and steadiness.
It stops the panic.
It does. And that specific small victory builds the confidence to maybe explore the larger system later.
Which brings up a good point about the larger system. How do these minis actually connect to the full campaign books?
Well, the minis aren't separate ideas. They're actually focused extracts from the larger campaign ecosystem.
So they're reflecting the exact same whole-person framework as the big books,
Precisely. The full books are there to provide the depth, the systems, and the integration.
while the minis just provide the entry point and some quick reinforcement.
Yeah, I think the source material sums it up perfectly. It says the minis give you a window and the full guides give you the whole structure.
That's a great way to put it. So, as we wrap up this deep dive, if you're listening and you're feeling hesitant, the best approach is just to start small.
Yes. Choose the pressure point you're facing right now. Use the tool. Build steadiness. Then you can decide your next step.
It takes the pressure off.
Yeah.
And, it leaves you with an interesting thought to ponder. We always think of leadership as this grand, sweeping vision, but maybe true resilience is actually built in these tiny, isolated moments of choosing structure over panic.
That's a really grounding thought to leave on.
Glad you think so. Thanks for joining us for this